Hi everyone, it's Catherine here from Inky Fingered Cat. I'm here with another Christmas in July project. Now, I actually started making and forgot to put the video on, but I had literally just started, so I think I can be forgiven. I started this card with no idea about what I actually want to do, apart from the fact that I wanted to use this Quirky stripe stencil. That's it. That was where the idea went, and then I had no idea what I was doing. So I first of all inked it up with Night of Navy, and then this is with Starry Sky, and I love it. I love it. It's so cute, but I had no idea what I was actually going to do with it. And here you can see I don't like wasting ink, even if it's a ridiculously small amount. So I sprayed it with water and then just pressed it onto another sheet of card, and that's just going to go into the ready-made backgrounds or backgrounds to add to pile. So I disappeared off camera for quite some time. What I should have done is obviously stopped recording whilst I was hunting through my stash as to what I wanted to do. And I came up with the idea of cut a snow globe. And then I was trying to find something to fit in the snow globe and found these Sizzix present stamps that actually I hadn't used. Completely forgotten I hadn't used them. Forgot I bought them. Bought them from Hobbycraft quite some time ago. So I thought, oh, right, I'm going to create a whole pile of presents to sit in the snow globe. Now, because they're brand new stamps, I don't recommend you do what I did, which was not condition them first. So they didn't stamp very well the first time. So first of all, I stamped them with the Starry Sky, and then I stamped the second lot, which I actually did extra presents for. I did with the Orchid Oasis, which is a slightly lighter purpley blue, because this was sort of like a purpley blue card. It's mainly blue. So these stamps come with the solid images, and then they come with bits of decoration that you can add to your presents. Now they're suitable for all times, not just for Christmas. But I decided on the ones that were the Starry Sky, I would stamp and emboss with gold. And then the ones that are on the Orchid Oasis, which is slightly lighter, I went and grabbed some very old blue embossing powder. Now, the first one I was very clever and remembered to use my embossing buddy so that I would get some nice clean embossing. This one, not so clever, forgot. You'll see I leave one of the presents completely blank, and the rest have all got some kind of embellishment on them. And yeah, the blue becomes a little bit of the messier embossing, but it doesn't really matter. And once they're all cut out, it's fine. Now you'll see that they're not totally straight shapes. They're all a bit wonky so that they look like they've been hand-drawn or hand-painted. And I love how they come out. But obviously, they don't come with matching dies. Well, if they do, I haven't bought them. So now it's fussy cutting time. And yeah, this takes a little while. So I'm going to super speed this up to get through all the fussy cutting. Probably only took me 5 minutes in total anyway, but yeah, that's what I did. So now I'm going to create my little snow globe, and I used this set. It came with a stamp set as part of a magazine kit, and to be honest, I don't think I've ever used it, because if I have, I've only ever used the circle, because the other dies were all still stuck to each other, so I had to take all the little bits off them, etc., for it to work. So I die cut the stand part out 3 times so that I could stack it up, and then I die cut out my circle. And then I grabbed some acetate that I just had in the stash, and I added that to the frame, because at one point I was thinking about doing a shaker card, and then I changed my mind. I don't end up doing a shaker card, but I do create it with some dimension. So here's me just creating now my little stack of presents, vaguely where it's going to go, and I use the tape on the inside of the card to just pick up the first few, and then I just stack it from there on. And now I do quite a bit of fiddling, both to add my little presents, but also I use lots of scraps of cardstock to just build up the outside edges. Now, I decide against, as I say, using it as a shaker card. So I'm just fine just adding all these bits, and it's just about adding some strength to it, but also about giving it some definition so that there's some gap between the acetate and the back of the card. So yeah, I've just loads of scraps and bits and pieces of white cardstock. I'm sure if you've been to my YouTube channel before, you'll have heard me talk about the fact that this white cardstock is ridiculously thin, so everything needs doubling up, and I don't care that I'm using it on this kind of project. Anyway, right, here we go. I've now stacking up those 3 panels to be the base of my snow globe and sticking that in place. And then I had grabbed from the stash, I don't know if that's at this point that I had it, but I'd grabbed, oh, this is me just adding it to a panel of white so that you've got that bit of dimension between the front of the card and the back of the card. Right, I had grabbed from the stash, I had got 2 of these Season's Greetings blue little labels, and I thought, right, I'm going to add those. And I decide that, right, I'm going to add this to the front of the card, but I am going to do a little bit of drawing, just using a Stampin' Right marker that's in a blue colour that kind of coordinates. And I'm going to do a little bit of doodle edges, and that's going to be the front of the card. Pretty much finished. I don't think I added anything else. But I'd got those presents left, I'd got that circle left, so I decided to do a little bit of extra work on the inside of the card. And this is me stacking up those presents that I'd got left, and then I think I really want some gold embossing on some of the blue, so I stamped 2 more, just using the Starry Sky and 2 of the present sizes, and then I do gold embossing on these with the decoration and the bow. Just to finish them off and make me feel like the inside matches the outside a little bit better. It just felt odd that there was none with gold and that they were all the Orchid Oasis on the inside. So fussy cutting these out, and I add them to my little stack of presents, and then I add that Season's Greeting label again on the inside, and it just feels like a really nice finished card. Oh yeah, little doodled edge round that circle. Done and dusted. So considering I had no clue where I was going with it when I started, apart from I wanted to use that stencil, I'm really pleased with how it came together, even if it was a wee bit fiddly and a little bit stressful trying to work out what do I do with this background I've created. I like the dimension on it, and I love the inside. I think I've done a really nice job of finishing off the inside. There's still plenty of room to write a message. So please do like, drop me a comment below, and subscribe if you want to see more. I've got plenty coming over July, planning on trying 1 festive project each day. Until next time though, goodbye.